everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over some Disney figures from the 1990s from Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and Pocahontas. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Let's start off with Little Mermaid. I don't think I even have a figure of Ariel, so here's her father Triton. This is a really weird head sculpt. The eyes are painted really awkwardly on the figure. The beard is pretty okay. His nipples are like sores or something. He has some scuffs on him from, being in the bag with other figures and everything. The rock is the best part about this figure. And I don't mean Dwayne Johnson. The trident that he holds is pretty okay. It's pretty nice. The wood grain on there is fine, I guess. It's a nice piece, but man, those eyes are just scary. Sebastian's up next. I think he's a toy from McDonald's. It has a wind-up function on the back, and if you twist it the other way, it does make him move around a little bit, with a horrible sound like Donald Duck being choked or something. Nice paint on him, but the gimmick is really worn for its day and age. Kind of sad. Scuttle is similar. Again, it's a really nice likeness to the character from the film. No real complaints here. I think it's a floaty toy. It does have these cool Y screws on the side, and if you twist this, it just clicks. But if you move it the other way, it does flip, and it propels itself through the water. Really nicely done on this. Very cool. I like it, aside from all these scuffs on here. The first Ursula on here is way too fat, probably based on concept art or something. It's just an alright figure. The face is pretty good. She has a lot of little hallmarks like the necklace she wears and this huge stomach that's kind of strange. Her tentacles are very, very fat. I don't know why. It's really weird and off-putting for this figure. The hair's alright too, but yeah, it's just strange to see her this huge. And finally, my favorite of the bunch is Ursula 2. This one is great. I love the tentacles on her. They're sculpted really well. The suction cups on the bottom even, it's really nicely done. I love this sort of metallic sheen right here on her body. We also have some nice dark deep purple for her skin color, as well as the just okay painted eyes, and the hair isn't really painted, I don't think as well as the other one, but it's really on model and super good. I like this one the best. Let's move on to Beauty and the Beast. Belle in her sort of outdoor wear is pretty okay. I think this is from the middle of the movie or beginning of the movie when she is actually just going to the Beast's castle. It's alright. The eyes are kind of wonky and the colors are pretty good. There's a tag on the back that wasn't really ripped off all the way. This is probably from Disneyland itself. Nice coloring, pretty okay sculpt, and pretty alright paint. It's just fine. Cogsworth is an alright figure. He is nicely done. I do find that he has pretty good paint and sculpt. Very too cheerful, I think, though, for the character. The back is pretty nice as well. An interesting little latch over here and some nice pieces. It looks good. There is a couple scuffs here and there. The bottom is fine. But yeah, that's Cogsworth for you. He's pretty good. Here's the Beast in his normal wear. I think he's a very nice figure. Very well sculpted and very good paint on this. The purple cape I've always loved. I think I gave you my love for purple too. This is the first movie I ever saw, by the way, in a theater. I was asleep and like less than 1 year old, but still, it counts. Really nicely done for this figure. I love the face. It's very great. There also is some scuffing on the horns over here, and that's kind of a shame. He does have a hand going out, and I think that works well with the next figure we're going to see. Here's Belle from the Beauty and the Beast song. And excuse me, I think I have something in my eye, but it's a really nicely done figure. We have some very good, like sort of cream colored yellow with some darker yellow. I swear this is like bananas just draped on her dress. And now it's ruined the scene for me. Anyways, the face is really good too. She has this nice look to somebody over here in this direction. She has some nice hair over here. The sculpting is pretty good on that with a little stripe of yellow indicating a sort of bow for her bun. But what's pretty cool is you can kind of combine this with the Beast. And I'm not sure if this is a kit bash or not, but he, I think, should have the actual, outfit that he wore during the scene, the blue outfit, but it works out pretty okay, I guess. But he looks so serious and she looks so annoyed. No one falls like Gaston. Yeah, Gaston has a really warped, not only sense of morality, but also a really warped stand right over here for him. That's kind of a shame. I wish he had a little better, stance, but that's kind of a bummer. He is really wobbly and rubbery down here. It's a good likeness, kind of, don't get me wrong. I always, in this case, would get him confused with Eric from the Little Mermaid, and that's kind of a shame. But it's an alright figure, has some good paint on it. You could definitely tell it's Gaston from a mile away. I like how he comes with a little quiver in the back. There is a lot of paint rub on him, especially the hair. It's a bummer. But yeah, he can't really stand it all, and that's just, bugging me. Not sure where this is from. It was in the bag that came with all the figures I just had and organized over the last couple years, but I don't even know what this is. This is probably from the Enchanted Christmas movie, and that's pretty awesome. I found a little organ to use for Forte from a different thing that's probably in a different bag somewhere. We have Cogsworth over here, and Lumiere doing his best twerk on top of Cogsworth's head. This is beautiful. I don't know if I want to get rid of this because this is really funny. His expression is so weird. I don't know if he's on something or tired or, really feeling it, but you go, buddy. You rock on with that face. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Next up, let's check out some figures from Aladdin. Some tiny micro figures. We have Aladdin himself in his sort of palace garb, outfit, uniform. He does have articulation, goes up and down. I realize his arm is missing entirely, so that's a bummer. But he's in a cool stance over here with one hand on his hip. I didn't even notice until now that he was missing a hand. But yeah, pretty nice purple on that. He looks pretty cool. He's incredibly tiny though. He can go forward this far and back really far. Don't know why they have just this articulation point, but that's kind of weird. There's a little peg you could stand him on. We also have Jasmine over here. She has all her parts. Very nicely done deco. She's missing a piece of her crotch. I'm not sure why, but we have some good deco on this, and I think it's better than Aladdin, at least because she isn't broken or anything. The little triple bun thing with the hair ties is great. I love that. You have her face looks really nice and jasmine-y, and it's really cool. I love this a lot. Forward this far and back this far, and it's nice. Better than the Aladdin little micro figure. I'm very surprised. To compare with the micro figure, I think this is the same outfit actually. That's pretty neat, but this Jasmine's pretty cool. Some good stuff going on. The face is pretty nice. Again, the hair is done really well. I'm not really sure if this is King of Thieves or if this is the first Aladdin. I think it might be King of Thieves, unless this is during the whole new world scene where I was just tuning out to the nice backgrounds and stuff and the random countries they visited. But it's a really nice piece and looks very good. I'm happy with this. Great. Here's the Sultan. He looks pretty good. I really wish he had a name instead of just Sultan. I love the little feather on top of his cap, his turban. Not sure if it's actually called something else. His really bushy eyebrows. I'm not even sure if that's something from the movie. I think they were color change or something like that. But actually, no, he does have really bushy eyebrows. I remember just black, I think, instead of, brown. He has some nice white for his beard. He can almost be Santa Claus in a way. Very nice cream colored outfit over here with some writing on the back indicating who owns it. Don't know what year it is though, but yeah, that's pretty neat. We have his good shoes over here that are nice, and it's kind of a singular colored figure. The belt's pretty good, and yeah, he's a little emerald on the top, or at least a little diamond thing. But yeah, nice looking figure and no real complaints here. Here we have a Boo who's haunted my nightmares since day one of me getting this. Those lips are just horrifying. It's a figure that's had a lot of wear and tear to it. I like the sculpting on it and really appreciate Frank Welker for lending his voice to a Boo. Very cute, and I don't know what this purpose of this figure is. It's supposed to hang on something or whatever, but it's really nice and cool looking, I guess. Yeah, aside from those weird lips, I don't really have too many complaints. It does scuff a lot, but whatever, those are old toys for you. Here's Aladdin. I think this is the King of Thieves version. He can't really stand that well, and it's hard to tell his sort of inner tunic thing from his face. It's really weird, the coloration on that. I like the golds on here. They're pretty nicely done, and it's just a good figure. Can't really stand that well. It's a shame, but yeah, that's it. Let's move on. Jafar and Iago are up next. They're pretty nice figures. This is a staff that's seen a lot of wear and tear. Yeah, it's really rubbery and kind of bad, I guess. I wish they had some kind of stand for it to extend onto, but they didn't think of that, did they? The face is pretty nice for him, and Iago is just beat up. Oh my gosh, does Jafar abuse him? It's kind of sad. Some nice purple on the back and teal. I like how they used teal in the movie. It's pretty good. Jafar has a nice dark red color over here, and he's really awesome. I just like this figure a lot. It's pretty cool, even though it's very beat up on Iago's side. And finally, we actually have a figure with an accessory. We have Aladdin and his treasure chest. Aladdin's face has seen better days. Those eyes have seen better period. But it's alright. It's a nice little figure. At least it has some articulation we could talk about. The fez on top is pretty cool. At least the hat. The hair is very nicely done. Just the face and the eyes. It's really kind of wonky. Here's articulation. You can swivel his head around 360 if you want. Go up this far and down all the way around. This one you go up this far and down all the way around. There are some holding hands for, I think, a sword maybe. It's pretty neat. You do get a swivel at the waist. It breaks up down here. I wish it broke up over here so you could have this piece be different color or something. He does have articulation at the leg going up this far, back this far. His legs go like this, kind of. You'd have him do a running pose or just a wild man pose or something. It's really weird. He does have some scuffs on him. He is an old toy, and his feet are pretty cool, I guess. And this is nice. But moving on to the accessory, the treasure chest. I've viewed this many times in my childhood. Look at the inside. It's But don't touch it. Don't touch it. Or Frank Welker is going to come back again and haunt your nightmares. Don't touch the treasure. Or Frank Welker is going to come back and haunt your nightmares. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Frank Welker, what are you doing haunting people? Get out of here. Alright, let's go over Pocahontas. Let's make it quick. This Pocahontas figure is not really that great. There is some nice articulation, but it doesn't really look at all like her from the face. It's just kind of there, I guess. The hair is the best part. Really nicely sculpted. There's some pretty good articulation with the arms that can move sort of back. The hinges are kind of wearing on me. This one's a little bit better, but it's kind of hindered by this piece right over here, down and then up. There's kind of a like clicky part over here where it just sticks, and the feet don't really move, and they are kind of, you know, sort of almost fused in this position where you can't have her stand at all. Kind of sucks. I do like they have the little tattoo on here. That's a nice little detail they kept. This Pocahontas, I assume, had some kind of rubber or cloth that wore away, and yeah, she doesn't look that great. From the top up, though, she looks kind of fine, at least. The figure, you know, just going over the head, you're seeing that in a vacuum. It's a nice piece. It's good. Doesn't really resemble Pocahontas in the film, but it's alright. They have embellished the tattoo over here, and the necklace and sort of neckline look much more pronounced. She also has some good hair, but not as good as the previous figure. Very cartoony and stylized with the little logo printing on there. As far as the legs, they're good. They're shapely, their legs, whatever. As far as articulation for her, nothing really for the head at all. Doesn't move. The arm moves up this far and down this far, hindered by the hair. Back and up with this, not that great, and the legs can not really move that far back, but really far forward. It's just okay, and if I could find that missing sort of loincloth piece, it'd be way better. As far as John Smith goes, here's a Spider-Man meme that I made. I don't know why I have two of them. I still can't tell they're the same figure, because this one is a little bit brighter, and this one's a little bit more tan. You can see the skin tones are different on the figures. I think it's interesting and kind of weird. The little breastplate is just okay. It's, again, different per figure. Like, this one's a little bit darker, this one's a little bit lighter. It's very strange. Yeah, these were made probably in the same factory, just varying mixes of plasticine and paint and stuff like that, but I don't know which one I would put aside. You do get a swivel over here. You get out and in all the way around. No swivel or anything, but a holding hand down, and then you get around this far and then up and down. It's pretty nice of a joint, and we do get like this and then like this. Your standard old school 3.75 inch action figure, and yeah, it's just okay. Again, I don't know why I have two, but it's pretty interesting. They could be bodyguards for Pocahontas or something. Here's Kokuum, whose name I had to look up because he was such a non-character, I think, in the movie. Just alright, I guess. It's an okay figure, I think. Zooming in, we have a worried look on his face, and yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. He has a little spot in his chin, a nice necklace over here, good pecs and abs, I guess, and we have a sort of loincloth thing. That's where Pocahontas' loincloth went. We have a lot of nice parts on him. It looks fine, I guess. And boots, I think. I'm not sure if he wore boots or was barefoot for the movie, but whatever. Yeah, you get a swivel for the head. Not really at all, actually. It's barely a swivel. You get up this far and all the way around, and then up this far and all the way around. Nothing down here. It's solid. You get a swivel for the waist, and that's it. Yeah, Kokuum is just an okay figure, I guess. He's fine. Powhatan is a nice figure. The chief himself, he reminded me a lot of Tommy Wiseau during the movie, though. The flat delivery and everything is just really bad. We have a lot of writing over here. Yeah, I really am glad they're doing that, where they put him on the bottom of the shoes now, at least, or something like that. And there's just too many words here. It's just so copyright Disney, manufactured for Burger King Corp, made in China, and then there's a little product number, KL10. Yeah, that's way too much. Burger King toys. Yeah, when did I go to Burger King? I don't know, I thought that was McDonald's. Anyways, we do get a swivel up here at the head, all the way around over here, all the way around over here, and a swivel over here, and that's basically it. Just a okay figure, I guess. I do like the head. It's nicely sculpted, and everything else is pretty okay. It's bog standard for a Burger King toy. Can we please move on? Here we have Miko, who's really on model for this character. I'm pretty happy with it. It's really cool. There's a little, like, wind-up toy function to him, and if you twist, he does, I think, eat or something, and then move around. Okay, if you move him back, he kind of moves the food towards his mouth. Okay, it's actively on its own. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to let it run. Thank you. You do get a twist over here. The arms move up and down. It's still trying to function. I'm just going to let it run its course. and probably wear it out or something. But yeah, little treads down here, nice tail, more Burger King product placement. It's all right. It's really nice actually as far as the sculpting goes. And paint. Yeah, I just wish the function was much better. Last up is Flit, the little hummingbird. There is a discrepancy between this kind of green and this kind of green teal, I believe. Teal up here, but it's green over here, like a swamp green. And then it's a whole different color over here. Make up your mind, guys, with your plastics, please. We get a little bit of movement over here. These move up and down, and we do get some twisting articulation at the tail. It's just okay. The function primarily near the little feet over here and a little stand. You do moving forward. It makes a cute little noise, and the wings move up and down. It's very nice, and next to Miko, one of the best of this little line of figures. And finally, we have a little bow and a small knife sheath. I'm not sure if these were for larger figures, but I think they're from Pocahontas, so I put them in here. There probably is an arrow function you could put into here, and that's pretty neat. There probably is a little dagger you could put into here, and that's pretty neat too. They're nice, though. Overall, this is an interesting trip into the past, if not to see how figures grow as action figures, but to take a look at some of my favorite movies from my childhood as action figures. These are all really interesting and sometimes weird, but they all have a nostalgic place held in my heart. I do like a lot of them, but some of them aren't really that great or awesome, but the ones that are just really good for their time. I recommend picking up the ones you like, dropping the ones you don't, and just finding some nostalgia in your hearts for these classic Disney films. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.